Alright everyone, so today we have a 99 Jeep Cherokee Sport 4-liter, and we're going to be doing a radiator swap on it. The reason we're doing a radiator swap is because I have a brand new Spectra radiator in there from AutoZone, and it's already leaking, so we're going to change that out. So the tools we're going to need to do this radiator swap are fairly simple. You're going to need some screwdrivers, flat and Phillips head. I just have, here for demonstration purposes. You need some Torx drivers, an assortment of sockets, and open-end wrenches. One of these hose pulling picks, those come in handy. You don't need it, but it makes life a lot easier. You're going to need a catch pan, provided you haven't leaked all your antifreeze out, and which will actually hold up the whole process if you don't have, as a set of fuel line disconnect tools to get your transcooler lines off. They're pretty cheap. You can buy them at any auto parts store for a few bucks, and they're great to have. They're useful for a lot of things, fuel and AC lines and transcooling lines on the Jeeps. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is remove your grille and passenger side headlight door. No need to remove the driver side one, but it's sometimes easier to get the grille out if you do. But we're just going to remove the passenger side one and the grille for this. So let's set you up so you can see this. Alright. So we're actually going to go ahead and take off the driver's side one just so we don't break anything. And you're going to want to make sure you have a safe place to put all your hardware and parts so you don't break anything. Now we have the grille and headlight doors removed, we can drain the radiator by twisting this plug right here. You're going to want a catch pan. Mine's nice and clean. I just cleaned it with brake clean. You're going to want it nice and clean if you're going to be reusing the coolant like I am, because like I said, this ain't but a month old. Hold on, I can just see if I get this one-handed. Yeah, there we go. So you're just going to twist this little thing, little plug right here. It should start dripping. You might not even have to take, you shouldn't have to take it out all the way. You're going to want like a pair of rubber gloves or something, just because coolant makes a mess and it's a pain in the ass to clean up. And we have the, like I said, I'm going to be reusing this because this is brand new. I wouldn't recommend buying a Spectra radiator from AutoZone because I've been reading like horror story reviews on them. I'm probably getting another one just because it is under warranty, but and if you drop your catch, your bolt, just make sure you pick it up with your little plug. And it should drain, so we'll let that drain out, and we'll get back to you. Alright, so while that coolant's still draining, we can start taking off this support panel using a combination of 10 and 8mm sockets to get all these bolts off up here, and getting all these, there's Torx bolts on here, which if you have Torx drivers you can take these off so you don't have to take off this part, but it's a lot easier to just take this off and pull everything out with it. You're also going to have to disconnect your electric fan and pull that out, and pull this radiator support up, and then you'll be able to unbolt your radiator. Alright, so once you've disconnected your electric fan and taken off all the bolts that I showed you before, you can go ahead and just pull out the support. It's a little easier to do with two hands, but there we go. That's just on one stud here. Let me just grab that. Just like that. And you just lift that right off and get that out of the way. And now we can start disconnecting radiator hoses, and these literally unbolt these speed nuts right here, and then it'll just lift right out when you're ready. So we'll start disconnecting some of the hoses, and I'll show you where this hook comes in handy in just a second. Right, so using our flathead screwdriver here, we're just going to loosen this hose clamp. Just enough to the point where we can move it around. Let's get that out of the way. Just like that. Now, still over the catch pan right here. You can see it down below, I think. Yeah, you see it down below. I'm going to take this hook and get it under the hose and just break the seal. And now that that's loose, we can see how the hook's under there. Just wrestle it off by hand the rest of the way. Just like that. And now there's nothing in there actually, but we'll just tuck this up out of the way. Just use this hose right here so it doesn't drip anywhere and it's not in our way while we're working. And now we'll work on getting the radiator out the rest of the way. Alright, now that all the lines are disconnected from the radiator and the electric fan is out, we're going to use a small adjustable wrench to disconnect this transcooler line right here. Alright, so you can see using our 5/16 fuel line disconnector, we've disconnected our bottom transcooler line, which is just tucked up back here out of the way for now. And you're going to want to make sure you check your automatic transmission fluid after you do this, because you will lose a little bit. That's why I have the cardboard underneath, which you can see the big stain of ATF. I'm going to throw some Speedy Dry on there, because I have a little bucket of it right there. Actually, I'll just wipe that up with something cardboard. But you're going to want to watch where you keep your boot, too, because I got some on mine. But that's okay. At this point, we're going to take off these speed nuts, which will disconnect it from the air conditioning condenser. And at that point, we'll be ready to pull the radiator out of the Jeep. Okay, so everything's free from the radiator. Now we're ready to pull it out. Just grab it and lift it. Now be careful in case there is any leftover antifreeze in it. This one was pretty well low. Now I'm going to try to find out. Oh, there we go. There's the extra. That's a blooper. Now I'm going to find out where that was leaking from. Go get my money back for it. Now before you take your radiator and throw it out or take it back to the store, remember you want to take these off of the radiator because these do not come with the replacement ones and you need to keep these. So these are 8mm bolts. Just take them off real quick and then you can dispose of your radiator however you're going to by either throwing it out or taking it back to the store. Alright, so once you get the radiator out, I have it over here in some plastic garbage bags. I'm just going to take it up to AutoZone and get a new one, just so I can get my Jeep back on the road. Yeah, I'm going to take it up to AutoZone just so I can get my Jeep back on the road. But make sure you take the cap off of it, because that's yours, provided it's still good. If it's no good anymore, just buy a new one. They're only a few bucks. But that one's still good, so you know, make sure you keep that. Take some rags or paper towels or something and stuff them in your lines, like your coolant lines and your transmission lines. Just make sure you remember they're there when you put them together. But that'll keep any dirt, animals, insects, anything you don't want in your motor, it'll keep them out. This is the third time I've done this, so I got it down, you know, step by step by now, but hopefully this will help you guys out if you need a little bit of walkthrough. But I'll come back to you either later tonight or tomorrow with the new radiator, putting it back in. Alright? Have a good one, tubes.